And good morning and welcome to VSA Capital 5 Minute Morning Miner on Tuesday, the 25th of April. And it's a beautiful sunny day, but take my word, it's bloody freezing out there. There's a nasty cold northerly wind. Caught me out on a very cold bicycle ride this morning. I'm still cold. How are you, Paul? Probably still wrapped up warm at home.
I'm still warm at home. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the sunshine from indoors at the moment.
Yeah, but are you off to Mines and Money today?
I sure am. Yes, I will be. I'm actually presenting in the morning as well. So
you're presenting. What are you presenting on?
I'm part of a panel on critical minerals.
On critical minerals.
Yeah.
The trouble is, there's so many conferences in the mining space. It's just endless. You got to work out the something from the chaff. Anyway, I'll tell you the other one I've noticed this morning. Suddenly, everybody seems to be talking silver at the moment, going on about how it's going to go shooting up. We've been saying it for ages, of course. It is trading nicely at just over $25 this morning. I have a personal target price of about $30, which I think you agree with, Paul. And of course, everybody listening to this knows the stock we would buy if you were going to buy silver. It's Guanajuato Silver. But you don't disagree with any of that, do you, Paul?
I don't necessarily know. And one of the things that these prognosticators have been looking at closely is the end of the gold contracts coming up at the end of April, which such that they think that the major market traders then are preparing to send the next leg up in May. So and silver should outperform that. So that's why they're looking at it closely. So.
That is correct. Yeah, there's a lot of buzz about gold. And obviously the central banks are all buying gold like there's no tomorrow. Anyway, look, let's move on to a few bits of news in companies themselves. It's all a bit itsy bits this morning, Paul. I'll be honest with you, nothing really caught my eye in the sector. So what's caught your eye?
Oh, I thought it was better than expected numbers, I would say, in comparison to peers on the Q1 production report for Anglo American, actually. Production was up 9% overall year on year across their commodities, but in individual situations, metallurgical coal was up 59%. Copper, unlike the others, well up by 28%. Nickel up by 4%, iron ore by 15%. So I think we can expect some pretty good financial numbers come out when they release these in the next coming few weeks. And they didn't change any guidance across any of their operations for the year. And one of the active things they're doing in the climate space is working directly with the startup firm H2 Green Steel in Sweden to work on hydrogen smelting for iron ore. So looks pretty good, actually, to me in Anglo.
All right. What else?
We had yesterday the other iron ore producer, major one, Fortescue Mines. Their quarterly Q3 statement was out yesterday. 143 million tons of ore shipped. They produce a product which is under the standard reference price in the global market, so it's below 62% iron usually, and that was priced for them at $107 a ton, but their C1 cash cost way down there at $17.73 a ton. So they're making, you'd have to say, awfully good margins still on that subgrade product. Their net debt was at $2.1 billion. Sustaining capital, $681 million spent in the year, and they paid out $1.5 billion of dividends. Up to this point in time, they've been only an Australia producer, but they do intend to have their first international operations at the Belinga deposits in Gabon operating from this quarter.
All right. Going back to London and smaller ones, actually one that sort of caught my eye a little bit, but I know absolutely nobody who owns the stock is Iofina, if that's how you pronounce it. I know they're an iodine producer in the States, but they're London listed. Actually, the figures looked all right, and they say the price of iodine is going up, but I have no idea about the iodine market. Do you have any clue, Paul?
Yes, iodine, it's produced as a byproduct from brines, either deeper brines where, like in Chile, where SQM is definitely the market elephant that is the price setter for global prices, or from, in the case of Iafina, from enriched petroleum oil field waste brines, and that's how Iafina produces their iodine. They had revenue up 8% for the year to 42.2 million. Pre-tax profit was up 96% to 10 million, and net debt was cut by 2/3 to 0.9 million. They're spending on existing and new plants, of which 5 were operating this past year, and they have another one in development at the moment, $3.1 million. So they're relatively small plants, essentially operating, extracting iodine off of single wells or well platforms. But they've struggled over a number of years. They've been around for a long time, but now they've finally gotten their operating expertise moving fairly consistently in the right direction now. So that's why they're showing such better numbers, it would appear.
All right, and let's just finish off on Cerrado Gold, which we do some work for. They had some Q1 production numbers, didn't they, Paul?
Yeah, this specifically the Q1s for their Minera Don Nicolas mine in Argentina. TSX listed Cerrado is. It's their operating asset at the moment while they develop their bigger gold operation for production in coming months in Brazil. Their gold output in Argentina up 6% to 13,800 ounces. And their guidance for the year is to produce at least 75,000 ounces for the year, which gives it a similar size and scale to London-quoted Caledonia mining in Zimbabwe, for instance. Growth for the project there at Minera Don Nicolas includes heap leach production to begin this quarter and a second leach development on the Martinitas area there is underway at the moment, as well as during this year to put in some more expenditure for underground development on the deposits known at Paloma.
Very good, Paul. Enjoy being presenter at Mines and Money. Let us know what any stocks you see that you think are really exciting, and we'll speak again tomorrow.
Very good. We'll see you then.